Hello, hello. This is the My Artifact episode number 3866. Today's date is February 5, 2026. It's been almost like a night at 9 p.m., 9:10 p.m. Okay, let's just jump to the question. Let's go. All right. The question is: can this niche realistically support my income without betrayal my values? Okay, that's a really good question. All right, yeah, first of all, what exactly is this question and why am I asking this question to myself? This is YouTube realization question. It's a kind of like such a question that I would get information about me, about social media, about am I worthy enough to consider myself as a content creator or not. That's why I'm kind of like asking this question to understand myself regarding about these social media things and that also about me too. All right. Yeah. Now regarding about the question says that can this niche realistically support income without my betrayal values? It's kind of like a thing that your niche means like that the video that you are making. Okay, will you gonna make money from it, or it just kind of like sucking your brain? Well, let me tell you one thing. What exactly is this thing? When you make video, okay, not every video will monetize. What do you mean not every video will monetize? Like basically it's just like that let's just say that you what exactly is this thing? You kind of like make a video about a kind of like a some Hollywood movie scene. Like let's just say that you kind of like take this Hollywood movie scene, like an action scene. You kind of like crop the action scene from this particular movie and upload it on YouTube platform. Okay, yeah. So obviously this material that you uploaded on YouTube platform is not belong to you, right? So if you try to upload someone material, you might not gonna earn money. Even if you have millions of subscribers, you might not have earn money. Okay. Another thing. Okay. If you are kind of like simply uploading videos recklessly without putting any kind of like effort or things like that, you will also not gonna earn money too. Okay, even if that is your content and things and that, like basically let's just say that gameplay video. Okay, yeah. So you are kind of like playing video game, you are recording your video game, the how you play and things and that, and upload that gameplay, okay, as it is. You didn't really edit, nothing really at all. You didn't really do any kind of like a commentary, nothing really at all. If you start doing this thing, will you gonna earn money? Well, definitely not. Okay. So in the social media platform, things are very different. Means like that you have to be unique. Even if you are not unique, then it's not really work out. Take this channel, na? Okay, yeah. This artifact channel, I already have almost like 4,000 videos that I uploaded on this channel. Okay, yeah. Right now it has 68 subscribers. And probably is this thing that I am very curious about who are those people who kind of like subscribe this channel. 68 subscriber. Okay, yeah. Now why is that? Why I didn't really growth on this channel is because there is nothing really. Like basically is this thing. If you are kind of like listening this thing on YouTube platform on this channel, is because of I became something, and that's why you are kind of like understanding me. That's why you are kind of like try to know me and things and that. Okay, yeah. This artifact or this video you will never gonna watch until if I kind of like became popular or things and that, right? That's why you are here. That's why you are kind of like listening me right now, right? So this is what it is. What am I trying to tell you is this thing that ki make sure that whatever the kind of like a video that you are making, it should supposed to be add uniqueness, something value, something people should supposed to be get something. Okay, yeah. Now another question arises that ki if I am kind of like a making this, I didn't have any subscriber. So am I kind of like a providing any kind of like a values? Well, this channel bit different. Okay, this is Artifact. Artifact is a and YouTube is a different. Artifact is a different. Okay, let me clarify. Okay, YouTube kind of like a judge regarding about how good your video make. It's a visual based platform, na? It's a kind of like a people watch your video and things and that and that. Artifact is an emotional based platform where you elaborate yourself, and as also viewer also understand that it's not a kind of like a simply visual that you will get kind of like an instant dopamine within a couple of seconds. Definitely not. Sometimes just nothing really at all. Okay, yeah. Artifact is also kind of like a bit boring to listen to sometimes, right? But YouTube is different. YouTube is kind of like a works on kind of like a simply what feels really good as quickly as possible, and it kind of like a simply recommend to the more and more people. So basically what is actually existing in the specific YouTube content, the such piece of content is actually work when it kind of like a simply added value to the people. Okay, yeah, quickly as possible as it can. Okay, yeah, quickly means like that, like a within a couple of minutes or things and that and that. Okay, if that value should supposedly provide within a second, then even more better. That's why in YouTube platform, short form content are went viral, because those are kind of like a giving the value in very less amount of time. So that's why it's that thing. But the knowledge takes time too. Okay, so this is what it is in the YouTube platform. The content creator that you are seeing and the content creator that you seeing are only content creator who are earning money. That's it. Yeah, let me tell you one thing. There are millions of YouTube channels are actually exist in YouTube. Millions. He sometimes went millions, billion too. Okay. Yeah, there are like billions was too much. Okay, probably maybe millions. Okay, yeah. So there are hundreds of millions of YouTube channel are actually exist on YouTube at the moment. In the future, it might get even bigger. Okay, yeah. But in this millions of channel, only 1% or maybe probably 5% of YouTube channels are actually earning money from AdSense revenue, and just AdSense revenue. Okay, yeah. And AdSense revenue are kind of like a very small number. Okay, like you are not earning that much amount of money from AdSense, nothing really at all. Okay, yeah. Like basically this thing na ki, let me clarify. Okay, yeah. If you are thinking that ki you will gonna earn so much amount of money like a millionaires or billionaires and things and that, no, you will not gonna earn money, or YouTube will not gonna pay you billions and millions amount of money from your video. Nothing really at all. Then why does kind of like somebody the Mr. Beast kind of like earning that much amount of money? He is not earning money from YouTube. He is earning money from sponsorship. He is earning money from kind of like somebody third party and things and that. Let me give you the power of what is actually social media platform for. Okay, the power of social media platform is that your creativity is showcased in front of millions of billions of the people, and that is the power of social media platform. Okay, yeah, you will not, even if you have billions of subscriber, you might not earn that much amount of money from the YouTube in AdSense. Why? Because they are not paying that much. Okay, yeah. So basically is this thing na ki the real value, the real money is not comes from the YouTube. It comes from third party. It comes from sponsorship. It comes from advertisement. And then you kind of like earn money so much. Okay, yeah. So most of people think that na ki if you started doing content creation, then you will kind of earn money so much. You will not gonna earn money, not from the Instagram, not from the YouTube. No, you will gonna earn money from third party point of perspective. All right, this is the one of the really essential thing that you have to understand first. Okay, get it? Now let's talk to the proceed further. Okay, yeah. Another thing, when you kind of like assembly making any piece of content regarding about whatever your niche, make sure that piece of content should supposed to be add value to the people. Entertainment value, educational value, inspirational value, or whatever. Okay, yeah, it should supposed to be unique. It should supposed to be add something value. If it not adding any kind of like a value, then it just not. Also, make sure those value, when you are like make sure that value are people are getting when they are kind of like watching your piece of content. Make sure that value they will get as quickly as possible. Quickly means like less than a minute or maybe couple of seconds and things and that. They called it hook. Okay, yeah, like basically you get hooked by the video, and then people will kind of like watch like an entire video. That is called retention, right? So this is what it is. Then you kind of like earn money on social media, on Instagram, on YouTube, same thing. Okay, yeah. Now for this, now this is the kind of like a technical stuff. Okay, yeah, you have to learn this thing, creating hook. Okay, yeah. Now first of all is this thing that key, you have to be understand your creativity first. Hook is a kind of like a part come later. Okay, yeah, your creativity means like that key, what kind of like some content that you will gonna create. Okay, yeah. Another thing, when you try to create that piece of content, do you love that process? Okay, yeah. Also, are you willing to do this thing for years of years, like basically like at least like a 5 year? Okay, yeah, without even kind of like a money on things and that. You have to ask this question to yourself first and accept that ki, yeah, I will gonna do this creativity for at least like a 3 or 4 year. Even if I didn't really get money, I will gonna kind of like stick with that process and continuously upload my video. Okay, yeah. And this is almost like a 99% of the people, or maybe 95% of the people might gonna fail. Okay, yeah, because this is the very hard part. Okay, so that's why, as I mentioned, there are almost like a millions of people who already created channel on the YouTube videos. Those 95% of the channel are dead channel. Like they have kind of like a video, people are kind of like watching the video, but still they are not earning any money because of that key. It just, they are not like basically this thing, they are not like they fail this thing, like they can't really stand for this thing, or they might not kind of like sustain for that period of time. Because ask this question to yourself, you are kind of like doing this thing for at least like a 3 fucking year. Every day you wake up, write script, do shoot, edit, upload. It takes at least like a week, and you are doing this thing for at least 3 years without holiday, without anything, nothing really at all. If you want, you can take holiday. If you want, you can do work. It's all up to you. Okay, yeah. And this is just a kind of like a technical jargon or technical difficulty. In real world, there are so many things that actually happen over there too. So many things, like basically parents might not gonna support, views didn't really get, everything is really fucked up. So much. So ask this question to yourself. Are you willing to do things and that? And because of this thing, these are things only happen when you love the process. You have to love making videos. If you didn't really love your making video, and if your only goal is to earn money, then you are not gonna earn money, dude. Or maybe you might gonna earn, but very less. So don't really focus on money. That is the utmost essential thing a social media has to be tell you. Okay, yeah. Important thing, money part come later. Focus on your kind of like some creativity. You should supposed to be love this process. I am doing this thing for almost like a 5 year. I am not earning any money. I'm 32 living with my parents. I am really fuck. But still I'm doing this thing because I think I have creativity and I'm doing it. I'm putting my effort. I am willing to do this thing for another 2-3 years. Even if I didn't really get any videos, or even if I didn't really get any kind of like a money, still I'm kind of like doing this thing. Because I love this process and I 100% accept myself that this is the stuff that I'm willing to do and that and that. So ask this question to yourself, dude. Okay, like if you want to earn money, do a job, typical job. Like within a month, you are started earning some amount of money and things and that and that. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, basically this thing now, this is the kind of like most of people don't really kind of like say this thing, because when you are trying to do this thing, okay, you are kind of like basically my story na, I am not kind of like a try to kind of like a give you some sort of stuff like let's take a my story. I'm 32. Okay, I'm living with my parents. As I mentioned, all my friends are getting married. Everyone getting married, have a job, they have babies too. Okay, yeah. And basically this thing, the word that I'm saying is a far more kind of like something easy, but when this thing actually happened na, it hurt so much, so much. Okay, yeah. When my mother says to me that ki babu lagna kar, like basically this thing, she tell me that ki son, get married or earn some sort of amount of money. Like when she says something, she cry in front of me. Have you feel that weightage of inside of me? I feel so much. Okay, yeah. But after all those resistance, after all those things, after I am hurting, like basically for my ambition, for my goal, I am hurting my parents. Everything for achieving my goals and things and that and that. Because I'm believing that. Because I'm love this process of things and that and that. So this is very fucking hard, dude. You have to accept this thing. Okay, yeah. Because like this is the social media part that no one kind of like tell us. Everyone kind of like a very shiny part of their story. That ki, things happen, millions of subscribers, they bought this car and big house and things and that. They will all gonna come. You will gonna buy all those car, even kind of like all those bigger fucking car, like a big house and things and that and that. But you have to put the willing to put the effort. Yeah. This is very, very essential thing. Okay. So basically, money part comes later. Don't really think about money as early as possible as you can. Okay, yeah. Now, whatever your niche, make sure that niche should supposed to be add value. As I mentioned, educational, inspirational, entertainment, whatever the value that you are. Okay, yeah. Another thing, you love this process of editing, doing, making video. You have to love this process, and you have a patience for at least like a 2, 3, 4 year. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this, all those kind of like assembly tutorial or things and that from today's point of perspective. I'm not really sure what will gonna happen in tomorrow, because AI is actually happening. Okay, yeah. And probably is this thing, people might gonna kind of like make a very crazy video through AI and things and that. So basically is this thing, the effort that I put lot for 5 years in the AI, or maybe in the future, things might be kind of like a change. I'm not really sure about the future because I haven't really seen them. But still, my guess is that effort is a really essential thing. If you can't put effort, money will not gonna come. Okay, yeah. But it's a very realistic question that when you kind of like choose a particular niche, will it be kind of like only will you earn money or not? Okay, you are willing to put effort, you are putting values, you are kind of like providing values and things and that. Your video is great, your effort is really great, you are willing to put effort for at least like a 3, 4 year and things and that. But after all those things, you haven't really get any kind of like somebody views or kind of like a money or things and that. Then what? Patience. Okay, yeah. It takes time. You will gonna earn money, but it takes time too. Okay, this is the most another essential part, time. Okay, yeah. So the video that you kind of like simply upload, it takes time. I am kind of like a try to kind of like a give you another example. Okay, yeah. Okay. So let's just say that ki, um, Hitler. Okay, let's take an example as Hitler. Okay, yeah. So basically, it's this thing. Hitler is actually giving the speech. Let's just say in 1939. Okay, yeah. He is he is a kind of like a parliament, and he is kind of like doing some sort of speech. Now you have a camera. At that time, you have a camera. You kind of like record the video. Okay, record the video and things and that and that. Okay, yeah. Now at that time, having a camera is like a biggest thing. Okay, yeah. But yeah, you are kind of like a wealthy enough. You have that camera and things. You are technical guy. You have that. You kind of like make a video, things and that and that. Okay, yeah. So you watch that video. Okay, yeah. Now what is exactly the value of that video at that time? At that time means, take example, 13th of April 1939, Hitler gave a speech. You have a camera, you record the video, okay, yeah, and you kind of like a broadcast that video to the national TV channel, or maybe whatever the channel might gonna exist and things and that and that. But at that time, channel might not gonna exist. At that time, radio was actually exist, because LED screen was not even invented, or maybe properly invented, but might not be kind of like a distributed to the mass market. Probably, I'm not really sure about that. Okay, but you have that kind of like a video, right? Yeah. So basically, what exactly happened? Okay, yeah. At that time, the value of that video is not that much. Okay, probably if you kind of like assembly, you make a video, probably you might have some sort of screen, you kind of like assembly watch that video, it felt really good, but still it just kind of like it doesn't make any kind of like a value. Why is that? Because it's just Hitler. I knew him like basically yesterday. I kind of like knew him, I saw him and things and that and that. Okay, yeah. Now basically is this thing, that particular guy, let's just say you are that particular guy. Okay, yeah. You kind of like save this video in archive. Okay, yeah, for at least like 100 years, and you die. Okay, yeah. After that, your grandfather or grandson kind of like take that video. Okay, upload that video on YouTube platform. Okay, yeah. Now what is actually value of that video? That video went viral. Basically, this kind of like a video is about the Hitler who's kind of like giving the speech and things and that and that. What I'm trying to tell you is this thing from this scenario is this thing that at that time, the whatever the product that you created, the value of that product at that time is very negligible, or maybe non-existence. Okay, yeah. But respect to the time, the value will increase too much. Okay, yeah. And after 100 years, it went kind of like a masterpiece, or it went kind of like it became artifact. It became kind of like something like that, a very valuable thing. Okay, yeah. If you kind of like search about Adolf Hitler's speech on YouTube and search, and you kind of like seen the video, you kind of like feel like that ki, oh my god, like this is how we kind of like talk in a speech. Like, I might not understand the German language, but I am human and I understand his effort while he's kind of like doing any speeches and things and that. He feel like I feel a kind of like a power in his speech, even if I'm not really understand the German language. Like, this is what it is now. Okay, yeah. Respect to the time, the value of the product increase. Okay, yeah. So make sure that, and this is what it is. This is the artifact that I'm kind of like uploading right now on YouTube platform. It might not have value today. Today means like that ki, like a 5th of February 2026, it might not have any kind of like a value, because it does not have any kind of like a value. Even if I'm kind of like providing so much amount of value and things and that, but it does not have any kind of like a value. It have value after I get success, or after maybe kind of like a couple of years after. Then it might have kind of like some sort of amount of value and things and that and that. Okay, yeah. So basically it's this thing, sometimes some piece of content required a time to mature enough to kind of like become viral. If your content is about that, then you are will gonna earn so much amount of money, because you not only have patience, but you have a kind of like a create such a piece of content that became a kind of like a some artifact, or became a kind of like a bigger thing. Okay, yeah. Because let me tell you one thing, the value of the gold is not better or is not good today, but after 100 year it will gonna be kind of like a mind boggling. So this is what it is. Okay, yeah. So whatever the kind of like a piece of content, or whatever the kind of like a property, or whatever the kind of like a somebody creativity that you have, make sure that, or I don't know, like basically it's up to you. Like obviously is this thing, if like I'm talking about the YouTube, I'm talking about kind of like a content creation and things and that, and obviously if you're putting that much effort, you need money, and as quickly as possible as you can. So for this particular process, you just have to follow this thing. But if you are that kind of like a particular person to think that ki no, my piece of content should supposed to be kind of like a something value in the future, not present. Okay, yeah. Or whatever kind of like a work that you do, it kind of like a added value to the future, then it became gold mine, it became kind of like a somebody, yeah. Then the your content is not judged by the money, judged by the kind of like a somebody how much, like how much big thing, how much impact is that. It is a lot of things, dude. It is a lot of things. But still, okay, yeah, this question is not about that. It's a kind of like a very big thing. I sometimes I just kind of like a talk about very big stuff like that. Whatever. So for me, okay, yeah, is my piece of content creation is a waste of time? No, I don't really think that. Will I be gonna earn money? I will. It will take time. Probably maybe kind of like a year, maybe something like that. I'm putting my effort. I am kind of like a creating content regarding about graphic designing, specifically poster designing, and yeah, I am kind of like a putting all my effort, and I am kind of like a seeing kind of like a couple of growths. I kind of like a get little bit of message and things and that. I might gonna earn money. Okay, right now I'm not earning any money, but I will. Okay, yeah, and I am kind of like completely believe in my kind of like a content creation journey. I believe in this thing because I love this process. I love doing this process. So yeah. All right. So this is it. I should supposed to be end here, and thank you.